I know you probably did this in a couple of interviews already, but for everybody that was a fan of like the A-Team in those lyrical days, what split that up?
Oh, great. That's a good question and shit. I mean, it has been talked about before, but I like your segue. It's crazy because we was all solo artists and shit. We was all solo artists.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we was coming in to it as solo artists, so that we formed this group and things kind of took off and shit. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy because there wasn't no Instagram or no social media, so we didn't know how big it really got. You know what I'm saying? Until a nigga started stopping me outside and I'm backing out on niggas. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is on? Niggas like, yo, I got no idea. Niggas want autographs. I'm like, yo, that's just crazy. You want an autograph
so this is what this shit is like?
The mixtapes was heavy back in the day.
Yeah, I didn't know though. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, if you come from a certain element, I feel like it start like that for everybody. That, yo, son, what you looking at? Word. You mad, right? Oh shit! Oh my bad. Oh shit! And then don't you instantly feel bad when they do that?
Yeah. They be like, yo, it's horrible. It's horrible.
And you be like, it takes a couple times before you just be like, nah, he might be a fan.
Nah, it's scary though.
Yeah.
If you think about it, because they know you, you don't know them.
Exactly.
It's scary. So I was always a nervous nigga. So I'm like, yo, what? And they're like, no, you want to other? I'm like, oh shit, my bad. I'm sorry. So that took some getting used to. But going back to your question, yeah, we was all solo artists, and then when shit we all wanted to do different shit. After a while,
like who wanted to do what?
Like I wanted to rap my pain. I want to talk about my life. I can't talk about my life. You want to, you know what I'm saying?
The whole 18 was from Jersey.
60s.
I mean, Joe, yeah, we was,
the whole 18 was
from Jersey. Yeah, we was from Jersey.
Man, if this is where you insert the scene from Pay in Full, I mean, I'm with you because I'm with you niggas. I'm loving this shit and all that. Niggas want to position themselves to make up a movie.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't even like that. I ain't trying to position. Nah, it wasn't like that. But it was something like that. It was something like that. Like, yo, I want to talk about. I had this 60 bars of pain. I'm trying to get these 60 bars of pain out, but I can't do that if I'm in a group. So that doesn't happen. I can't talk about what I want to talk about because you got to respect your group members.
But why not? Because, yo, I swear to God, bro, you listen to like old Wu-Tang joints. Nobody cared what the last nigga was talking about. I'm gonna do my shit.
No, but guess what happened to them? They all.
No, but you know what happened? They split after going down.
But here
go the catch though. Yeah. What I will say though, right, in a better way, if you go back to the Lox album, every Lox album that they did, them niggas always had solo songs on their album.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Jada had his song, Styles had his song, Sheik had his, and then they did the album.
That's true.
And it's like,
that's true.
I mean, don't know format.
I think we was young and shit. There wasn't no beef. Everybody thought it was like, yo, some big time beef. It wasn't no beef. It's just like, yo, we just kind of like, I got to do my own shit, man. It'd be some days, I'm serious. Some days I'm not. Some days Hitch may be serious, and some days he not. Joe got a big record out. He not fucking with me. Like, man, fuck that. I'm about to go. You know what I mean? Like, fuck with the A-Team. Pump it up, nigga. Fuck you talking about? Joe's trying to get this brand, nigga.
Joe got Hollywood on y'all or what?
Nah, I wouldn't say
Hollywood, but
when you young, that's how you look at it.
Right. It was just something
as we
that
get older,
everybody noticed.
Though, I did the same shit. Nigga.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all. Like, I'm trying to go.
For real.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to get this bread and shit. So
it's like,
I get it now, but
don't be mad at me. I got a song on the radio.
Right.
I got a schedule. I got to do promo and shit. I get it.
Right. I get it now and shit.
Yeah.
But back then, it was like, oh, yeah, you know what I mean? But we was all solo, so it was natural. It was a natural progression for us to just be like, all right, I'm going to
go my way.
Yeah, I'm going to do my tape. You do your tape. Mm-hmm. And then, and then you in the hood. We still in the hood, so you got niggas. We all from the hood, and so you hearing different. Yo, man, you heard that hit shit, man. I don't know you heard that, but yo. So you like, word? You know what I'm saying? Like, right. So it's like, yo, it's not even coming from them. It's coming from the entourages and different street people and shit.
Right.
So you start to be like, man, I'm about to shoot a couple shots at a nigga in the verse or something.
What was the things you would hear? Like,
yo, You're funny. You're funny.
It's memory lane,
You're
man.
good at
Memory
this
lane.
shit. You're good at this
Don't worry,
shit.
don't
Really
worry.
good at it.
leads to
Math
something.
is.
Yeah, he's good at this shit.
It
It wasn't nothing crazy. It was all like, yo, Hitch would probably be better off without you, or, it's good. Joe had to do his own, shit like that.
Right.
Like, Hitch said he ain't never needed y'all niggas anyway. You like, he ain't said that shit. Damn.
That's how niggas is talking, huh? Niggas talking
Yeah,
like that.
It didn't even really come. Like,
Nah,
I already
I don't
know
think-
Hitch. He wouldn't say that, but
Right.
you're still hearing shit. Yeah. You're like, damn, man, that's fucked up. So now, a slight split turns into a bigger split. But it's not beef. It's when you see him, it's all, well, yo, man, well. But it's like, I ain't.
In the back of your mind.
Yeah, you like, yo.
You ain't going all in because you don't really
But,
know what's
but
up.
nobody's asking.
I ain't gonna be like, yo, you said that shit? Like, no, it didn't come down to that. But now we straight. Everybody's good. Everybody, we family, we family, but we was younger, man. We was young.
Yeah.
Egos.
That shit was
That's
like
the main
Rockefeller,
shit,
nigga,
egos.
when that shit. Listen, I'm rolling with Rand. I don't know. I ain't gonna fuck.
That's true.
I'm like, I don't even want to go into all of that shit, but it was shit that happened where I like, at one point I was like, yo, I should go gun butt one of these niggas or something. Like, not
I'm like,
Hitch,
nah,
but
I'm not-
there
yeah,
was some
not-
shit with
yeah.
Joe, but it wasn't until I actually sat down and talked to Rand and got his shake on it, and I was just like, yeah, I'm wilding.
Yeah, it's like,
I'm about to jump the gun. This
it was
is stupid
rap
shit per
shit,
usual.
man.
It was rap shit.
Yeah, but like I
turned into
was mad about
not
this shit. Like
rap shit,
I just
but
kind of really felt the way about it. And I was
started
like,
out
yo,
rap
I
shit.
should just go beat this nigga up or something. Matter of fact, I don't even fight. I should just go slap this nigga with the gun and Ram like, yo, see, listen, that's not what what are you doing? And I'm like,
see, I know how you feel, King.
I'm like,
Yeah.
damn,
Because you just said how you
How
feel.
you feel?
damn, like
You know what I'm saying?
No, but he right. We had these these were conversations and shit that we would have. Like, yo, man, like this shit's getting kind of serious or whatever.
Right. But what made it? What do you think propelled it? Because
But egos, man.
it went to the level that
pride, ego.
y'all started knocking on each other's door.
Yeah, ego, definitely ego.
But you guys were friends. You guys were you were in the studio like
We was cool.
talking shit with each other.
I think we more
and-
friends, more friendlier now.
now, right? Because
You know
you
what
went
I'm
through
saying?
something together.
Yeah, we was, but back then we was cool.
Right.
We would
was all
hang out.
cool.
We was
It was-
cool, but it was like,
As we got older, then I started,
Right.
yeah, it was cool. We was cool.
Right.
We was rapping together. We was trying to accomplish something, and then but that shit kind of turned into something. But now that we older, I think we were a lot more friendlier now than we was before.
Right.
And there's a competition. We was all competitive. We
Right.
all the same type of person.
yeah.
Like, yo, man, I'm about to kill this nigga on this verse, man. Fuck this
Yeah.
nigga, man. I got to eat. Like, yo, man, I'm about to destroy this nigga.
Like,
man.
you know
So
what I'm saying? Like,
we all thinking like that.
Like that. Right.
in times when this nigga
you
get
like
off-
him, but you really don't like him. You like, man, I'm trying to fuck this
Yeah,
nigga, man.
he get in the studio, get off on the joint. Now I gotta go back to the studio with this nigga next week.
And I'm talking
I
shit.
ain't even friendly with him now.
I'm not- we not friends, nigga.
Right.
I
first
just
of all,
murdered
I feel
this
like
shit, nigga.
I feel like he got off on me last week in the studio when that last song we did.
See, now this starting to sound like battle rap to me.
Yeah,
It's starting to sound like battle rap.
Yeah, kinda.
that's what
Like,
it
I
kind of
remember
was.
it started off as who's nice, who's nicer, and then it turns into what you said. Your man said what? Where he at? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I remember hearing things coming out of Harlem when Harlem was the place to be. Smack was coming up here,
Right.
filming everybody. Well, not everybody, but he was filming them guys
Right.
from Harlem that everybody used to see on the DVD all the time. And I just came around and I wanted a slap. Because I'm like, yo, it can't just be Harlem.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or it can't just be Philly.
Right.
Like, I'm in Brooklyn doing this shit every day. You know what I mean? Battling in the lobby, battling dudes two at a time and all that shit. Like, yo, I want in. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I battled out Iron Solomon. And after the Iron Solomon battle, I met Mook for the first time that night. And after that, it was like, okay, Solomon's out the way. He was making crazy noise. He was like, yo, you heard that white boy? Yo, he killing shit. Yo, that nigga's wow. Okay, cool. Knocked him off. What's up? Who else out here? Harlem. I gotta go to Harlem for this. So I started trading like blogs with T-Rex. First I called out Mook and Lux, and then I was supposed to battle Rex the night that I battled Dose. And I said it on stage. I was like, yo, I was supposed to battle T-Rex, but he was scared. And I said it because he was right there.
Right. I know that.
So I'm thinking he gonna be like, man, fuck that, get up on stage and I'm gonna just push this little dude out the way like, all right, nigga, this is what I really came for, you know what I mean? But he didn't. So I think Beasley warned him. He was like, yo, Rex, he got bars for you, chill. I don't know why he did that, because he told me to come up there and battle. Anyway.
Didn't hear that story. That's a new one.
Right. So I ended up battling Dose. Everybody know what happened there. And a couple months later, Rex and Mook is in the studio. They do a blog. And they're like, yo, hold on, man. Yo, Math, I remember you saying you were supposed to battle me. That never happened. I kill you, this, that, and the third. I'm like, oh, it's on and popping. This is the way in, you know what I mean?
Energy, yeah.
So I started doing my blogs. You know, I'm dissing them, I'm doing funny shit, putting a nigga in Save the Children commercials and shit, putting his face and shit. And then one time, he put out a blog, he's in a gambling spot. And one of his mans in the background said, yeah, and if that nigga Mav say anything funny, we gonna run in his mouth.
That's a different type of energy. You just turn it from rap to something else, man.
And that's when your phone start ringing.
Yeah, man.
And dudes is like, yo, son, you seen the shit on the internet? Yo, what this nigga talking about, son? What these niggas at? You know what I mean? Like, So I get it.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm trying to figure out for y'all, what was that point? So these young dudes out here that be in the studio with people they building with,
right.
I feel like they need to know these type of stories.
Absolutely.
So that they could be like, oh, this is what's going on with me and son right now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And this is where they at right now. They came to the realization that, yo, we was always friends. How the fuck this shit happen?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. And it's like you said, when you bring in other elements, into rap shit, that shit's going down the drain. When you start talking that shit, running all that shit, now that's not rap. That's something different and shit. So we can talk rap all day.
Now you talking some real life shit.
Yeah, now you talking something. You about to do what? To physically harm?
That sounds like some personal shit.
That's personal. Now that's something different. So I would say stay away from that shit, man. All
that shit ain't gonna be.
Yeah, that energy right there, that shit don't belong in a rap setting to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that shit could get serious. And it
did get serious.
And it got serious, yeah. So yeah.
What happened there?
Yeah, I'm a little summary. I'm not gonna.
Yeah, we know. No, we know you in. Everything is good. But.
Yeah. You know, it's a long time ago, but you know, I felt like I really feel like it came from egos, man. Like, you know, this how I believe it started. I seen, you know, Joe, you know, discussing a blog. I think it was on World Star, and his man was like, "Yo, man, that Ransom nigga's nice," and Joe was like, his ego. He was like, I'm better than that nigga.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you know, fuck it. You know what I mean? I like that type. I'm like, but it's still like, damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm trying to come up.
Right.
He like, man, I'm better. Then he just start going on like, man, that nigga I'm like a motherfucking Rolls Royce. That nigga like a car. So I'm like, all right, that's witty. Okay. So let me do my own little blog. And you know, I'm from where niggas a crack on your dead grandmother and shit, like, and that's funny, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you gotta tell them, like, yo, so I go straight for the jugular.
Right.
So, you know, I do my little shit, you know, and, you know, he took that kind of, as he should, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, looking back at it. And,
But what was the part where he should have took messed up?
I took it personal. I went personal, you know what I'm saying? I didn't keep it rap, you know what I'm saying? I went personal, but it wasn't physical. My words are sharp.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you come at me, expect me to come viciously your way, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm coming full throttle. Like, I'm not gonna hold nothing back. And that's what happened and shit. So, you know, then the rest is history. Kind of took it the extra step.
Right.
And that shit, and then the rest is history. You know, he took it the extra step, showed up where he probably shouldn't have showed up, and then that shit happened.
And then the next step was.
That's the next step.
Right.
Physical
altercation.
Physical altercation, gun, whatever violence is there is gonna happen, and that's what happened. But you know, to our credit, we kind of got through that shit, man. I came home, I still was angry. You know what I'm saying?
But for the record, it wasn't a situation where. Well, I'm gonna just ask the question so anyone who don't know, because sometimes people hear the first part of it, but they never check up to see the second side of it.
Right.
Did Joe Budden snitch on you?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna say this. I don't know. I'm gonna plead the fifth.
You don't know.
I'm a firecracker.
I don't want to rehash nothing because we good right now.
I don't know if he did or not either.
I don't know. Yeah, let's put it like that. I'm gonna say this. Cops say things to get you emotionally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like get you hyped. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they would say to me.
Exactly.
That's what they were saying to me. But I know now, getting older, like, yo,
niggas be
like,
trying
you probably
to
was
play
just trying to get me
get
riled the fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what happened and shit. Yo, you know your man and shit. So I'm like, word. Like, yeah, he came in here. So I don't, you know what I mean? That's what was given to me.
Gotta go
by the police. Right. But I'm angry.
Ain't nothing on paperwork.
Nah, not that I know of.
It's Hoffa, trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard. Told Jim I need a bomb I could drop on you niggas. Bad boy, I'm never gonna stop for you niggas. I don't give a fuck who you got is the illest. I solidify my spot with gorillas. Now I'm